Hello, so welcome to the next square of the 50 Stitches Crochet Along, and this week we're making the Turkish stitch, and it is this lovely pattern stitch, all these puff stitches. It's a double-sided square and I think that's just the prettiest pattern. So how do we make it? For this square we're going to use a 3.5mm hook, and we're going to start by chaining 31. Then in the third chain from your hook you're going to make a single crochet and then single crochet in every stitch down. Remember that turning chain counts as a stitch, so you'll have 30 single crochet in total. So once we get down there, going to turn, chain one, and make the alternate turning chain in the first stitch. 1, 2, and that counts as a stitch. Just pop a stitch marker in there. And in the same stitch as your turning chain, you're going to make 2 double crochet. 1 and 2. Oops. Let's try that again. And 2. Okay. Then I'm going to chain 1. And just for this first gap, we're going to skip 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. And then the next stitch, I'm going to make 4 double crochet all in the same stitch. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then chain 1. And from now on, for the rest of this row, we're going to skip 4 stitches. 4, and the next stitch, make 4 double crochet all in the same stitch. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and chain 1. Skip 4 stitches again, and then the next stitch, 4 double crochet all in one stitch. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chain 1. Skip 4 stitches again, and 4 double crochet all in the same stitch. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and chain 1, skip 4 stitches, and then another 4 double crochet all in the same stitch. 1, 2, 3, and 4, chain 1, and this should bring us to our last stitch. So we skip 4, and into our last stitch we're going to make 3 double crochet all in the same stitch. 1, 2, oops, split my yarn there. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and then we end up with a lovely row of shells. Okay, so for row 3, I'm going to chain 1, make the alternate turning chain, and as always that counts as a stitch. Okay, so now we're going to start with our puffs. So we're going to make our first puff in this chain space. So yarn over into the chain space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over into the chain space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over into the chain space, yarn over, pull up a loop. You'll have 7 loops on your hook. Then yarn over, pull through all 7 and then chain 1. So first puff, and then into the same chain space you're going to make 2 double crochet. 1 and 2, then chain 1, and next we're going to make a puff stitch 2 together. So you're going to start a puff stitch as normal in this chain space, then the second part of the puff is going to be in this chain space. So we're going to yarn over into the space, and exactly the same as the other puff, yarn over, pull up a loop 3 times. So there's the 7 loops of that puff. Yarn over into the next stitch, yarn over and pull up another 3 loops. Yarn over, pull through all those loops and chain 1. So I always get this side a little bit messy, but it does look fine on the other side, so I just use that as my front. Okay, so then into the same chain space, make 2 double crochet. Oh dear. 1 and 2, chain 1, and then we make another puff 2 together. So into the same chain space, yarn over, pull up a loop 3 times, yarn over, go into the next chain space, yarn over and pull up a loop 3 times. Okay, so you'll have all those loops on your hook, then yarn over and pull through all of them, and then chain 1. Into the same chain space, make 2 double crochet. 1, 2, chain 1, and then another puff 2 together. 1, 2, oh dear, it's a good time to need more yarn. 2, 3, yarn over into the next chain space, yarn over, pull up another 3 loops, yarn over, pull through all the loops on your hook and chain 1. Into the same chain space, make 2 double crochet. 1, 2, chain 1, and then your next puff 2 together. 1, 2, 3, yarn over into the next chain space and pull up another 3 loops. 2, 3, then yarn over and pull through all the loops and chain 1. Into the same chain space, make 2 double crochet. 1, 2, and chain 1, and then our last puff 2 together. So 1, 2, 3 loops, more yarn, then yarn over into the next chain space, pull up another 3 loops, 2, 3, yarn over, pull through all the loops, chain 1. So there's all our puffs 2 together. Look much neater on that side. Okay, so our last chain space. So we chained 1, and now we're going to make 2 double crochet again. 1, 2, chain 1, and in this last stitch we're just going to make a normal puff stitch. So 1, 2, 3 loops pulled up, 7 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 7 loops, and then in that last stitch make a double crochet. And there we go. That is the main pattern for the Turkish stitch. So it's a row of shells by row of puffs. So let's start our next row of shells. Chain 1 and make the alternate turning chain. Move the stitch marker up. In the same stitch as your turning chain, make another 2 double crochet. And chain 1. So as we did in row 2, we're going to do 4 double crochet in the same stitch, and these all go in the middle of your puffs. So right in there, and make 4 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then chain 1, and in the middle of the next puff 2 together, make another 4 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you carry on that pattern all the way across the row, and then after this you would repeat the puffs. So the rest of the square is a repeat of rows 3 and 4, and you'll end on a repeat of row 3. So I'll just go back to the original square. Oops. Oh dear, I do apologise. That's what has happened before. Right, so this square has 15 rows. You've got the first row single crochet, and then you've got the repeats of the shells and puffs. So you're going to end on a repeat of the puff stitch across there. So for the border, for the sides, you make 2 single crochet in the side of every row, including the single crochet row. Across the bottom, it's 1 single crochet in each stitch. The top is a bit more complicated. You're going to make a single crochet in each of the double crochet on each end, but not the puff stitch on either end. Ignore that first puff on both ends. You then make a single crochet in every stitch, including the chain 1, but 1, 2, 3, so in the puff 2 together, the third one, that's the one right in the middle, you don't make a single crochet in there. Not in that one, but in every other puff 2 together you would make a single crochet in that stitch. Okay, so that'll give you 30 stitches. Then add an extra single crochet in the corners for the turn, and that gives you your border. So I hope you enjoy the Turkish stitch. As always, come over to the Facebook group. If you have any questions, I'm always happy to answer. And come and show us your finished squares. And I hope you enjoy. So thank you for joining me, and I shall see you again next time for the next stitch. Bye for now.